Well, good morning, everyone. And once again, welcome to another live this morning. Hope you're having a great start to your day. We appreciate you guys very much. Guess what it is today? Question and answer Friday. Okay. Let's say hello to a few folks because we had a lot of questions this morning. Okay. Eric, bonjour, d'Ottawa, how are you? Michael from Norland, Brahim, Portland, Oregon, and bright and early this morning. Nick from our staff, Mary, and Barbara, Cape Breton, and Renee, how are you? Nova Scotia, Donna, good morning. Nativity, TGIF, Jeanette from our staff, Jen, Cape Breton, good morning. Francis Marie. Ashley, good morning to you. Ashley Anna. Another Donna, good morning. Another Donna from Park Hill. 3 Donnas on at least. Patricia from Calgary. Deb, good morning. And John from Elgin, Illinois. Fran from Orangeville. And Milika from Stouffville. Leo, east of Oshawa. Mark, how are you? Fergus. And Kevin. I missed you again, eh, Kev? Tina. Zian. And Beverly. Stephenville, Newfoundland. Merrill, Windsor. Jerry, my friend from Nouveau Brunswick. Jody. Good morning, Len and Judy from Edmonton. I like I know you guys. Yvonne, Renee, how are ya? And from Moncton, New Brunswick, Alma, good morning, good morning. Leslie, cold and rainy in Thunder Bay. Rita, Frida from Devlin, Ontario. Jeanette, bonjour de Kapuskasing, Ontario. Robin from Connecticut. Good morning, Robin. Barbara from Atlanta. I bet you it's hotter in Atlanta than it is in Sudbury. Carol, Mount Pearl, Newfoundland. Lynn, Judy. Okay, guys. Roma from North Bay. How are you? Gertie. How did I miss you, Gertie? I don't know. Sheila. Andrea from Nouveau Brunswick. Jennifer. Sault Ste. Marie, Anne, good morning, St. Catharines, Monette, and Bruno, North Bay, and Sherringtons, how are you? We appreciate it, and Barb from Nova Scotia, Tina from Harrow, Karen, Coldwater, Yolande, I've been waiting for you, Yolande, good morning, Susan, and Diane from Thunder Bay. Shirley, how are you? Okay, let's get going because we're never going to get through. Okay. Lori, bloating after menopause. Okay? I know it's estrogen. Well, it's an imbalance. Okay? And even though, Lori, you're in menopause, okay? You're still a woman. And women are complicated. Internally. Okay? Internally. They're complicated. There's a lot of things going on. And in menopause, yep, your estrogen's coming down. Yes, your progesterone's coming down. But if you have hot flashes or bloating or because I know women in their 70s with hot flashes. It's an imbalance. So you try and balance it out. There was just a new study out this week, okay? I sent it to Tony Jr. on pine bark, Navitol, with menopause and bloating and hot flashes. And, it's funny because a lot of my patients over the years have said that with Navitol, they don't get that anymore. It seems to balance out their hormones. So you might want to try that, Lori. Yeah, it's an imbalance. That's what it is. Okay? It's complicated. Janet, in your fibromyalgia podcast, you talk about magnesium in the cortisol supplement. Do I? Janet, if I did, I'm a senior. I can take out my senior card at any given time and use that as an excuse. And I'm doing it this time. Because if I said there was magnesium in our cortisol formula, there isn't. And if I said it, it's because I was talking too fast and thinking about something else. Now, I love magnesium. There is a new study. I think I'm going to bring it out on Monday. Okay? And so even though it's a holiday weekend in Canada, long weekend, okay, the May run or whatever they call it, I'm on Monday morning, okay, in case you're wondering. Now, new study on magnesium, incredible, okay. Now, we have two types of magnesium, okay, the bisglycinate and citrate. Okay? Citrate is all, what that means is it's been broken down already. It's ready to be absorbed. And why I like it is because it's very bioavailable. Now, some, okay, and this is why we have the biglycinate, is because some people, the citrate bothers their stomach. When they want to take a little bit higher dose of magnesium, it bothers them. And so we wanted to fix that problem by having both. They're both fantastic magnesiums. And I love magnesium because I'll tell you what's happening in our world. Most people are very low in magnesium. Okay? I'm going to say 80-90% of the population is low in magnesium. And the problem with blood tests, you see, magnesium, when you look at blood, okay, because I studied blood for years and years and years and years, okay, and magnesium in blood, about 1% of blood is magnesium, okay, so it's not that it's not important in blood, but it's much more, 60% of your magnesium is in your bones and about 20% and more in your tissue. Okay? So, when you measure blood, and they say, well, it's normal. Yeah, but it may be normal in the blood, in the serum, but it may not be normal in the bones plus in your tissue, where I really think you need magnesium. Anyway, new research come out on diabetes and insulin resistance and magnesium. Brand new study. I'm going to unpack that for you, I think, on Monday, okay? So look forward to that if you can. Doris, what does Dr. Martin say about Mio water flavor enhancers? Well, not much. Look, I know a lot of people, they don't like the taste of water. And in order to drink more water, they put flavoring, like Mio or whatever, okay? And did you notice what happens, though, when you put the flavoring in water like Mio? You can put a little wee eensy bit, changes the color of the water right away. And I tell people, look, you're drinking Mio, okay? And now you're changing the water. And my teaching on water is this, guys, okay? Water takes a direct route to your bloodstream. It don't pass go. Your body is built that when you drink water, it goes down to the stomach and it don't pass around through the bowel or whatever. It goes directly into your bloodstream within about 5 seconds. Now, coffee is 95% water. True or false? Is it good for you? Absolutely. Okay? But it's not water. It's coffee. I was talking yesterday I did a podcast for someone else yesterday, and they asked me about watermelon. I said, I love watermelon. Okay, I do. Don't drink it, but eat it. Watermelon's good for you. Oh, it's got a lot of water in it. Yeah, it does. About, what is it, 80, 85% or more water? But it doesn't get into the bloodstream. I'm not saying it's no good. Okay? I'm not saying it's no good for you. What I'm saying is only water is water. So when you put meal, I'm sorry, it's not water. Now, the only thing that you can do to water that's still water, put lemon in it. Okay? Put a drop or two of lemon. It'll still, in nanoseconds, get to your bloodstream. You see, you've got 60,000 miles of blood vessels. The Bible says your blood is what? The life of the flesh is in the blood. The blood carries your life. And you want that river of life, your blood, to flow. You need water. And meal ain't going to help you with that. Okay? Again, I know that sounds, because it sounds, just drink. Because if you listen to a doctor, okay, most doctors, they'll tell you, drink fluids. Okay, you got a cold. Drink fluids. No. Okay? Drink water. And you can have your coffee too. Okay? Don't drink juice. Okay. Okay, let me just see here. Who is that? That's Doris. Thank you. Margaret, what can I do for numbness in my foot? Well, look, if it's 1 foot, see, okay, 1, not both. Usually you're looking at a pinched nerve, okay, from your spine. Okay, if you have numbness in the foot and it's only 1, now it could be, okay, diabetic. Diabetics often get numbness, right? They often do. But usually when they get it in their feet, plural, that's diabetes. Okay? It's, because what happens with sugar, okay, guys, it's very important to understand this. Sugar really affects the nervous system. But now we all know what it does to blood vessels. But your nerves don't work without circulation to them. Blood supply to the nerve. So in diabetic neuropathy, it's sugar in the blood that affects the circulation to the nerves. And therefore, you get neuropathy. And it can be numbness, pain, both. Okay? But if you have only 1, I usually is a pinched nerve. Okay? Sciatica or something, especially in, L4, L5 area. That's usually what it is. You got to find out, Margaret, which one it is. Marnie, if you've had a partial hysterectomy at 20 years of age and now 60 plus with PMS symptoms monthly, what would this indicate? The same thing as I said to Lori. You have an imbalance. Even if you had a partial hysterectomy. Listen, ladies, if you have a hysterectomy, even if it's a full one, you're still a woman. Okay? You're still a woman. Now, you're going to make less. Okay? Without ovaries and your uterus or whatever, everything's gonzo. okay? But your body has plan B. You're fearfully and wonderfully made. Your adrenals even will make estrogen and progesterone. And you need cholesterol to circulate those. Okay? So, it's an imbalance. Okay? It's an imbalance. Try the Navitol with that too. I'm getting a lot of feedback on how good that is. Okay. Brenda, what causes broken blood vessels on the eye? Well, listen, it could be stress. I've seen that. Watch for hypertension, meaning blood supply, like high blood pressure, I mean. Could be the first sign of high blood pressure. So get that checked. Look, you can burst a blood vessel. It's no big deal in the eye if it goes away. If it persists, then you need to get it checked out. Get to an optometrist, an ophthalmologist, or, get that checked out. Remember this, okay? Remember this about the eye. The eye is blood supply, okay? I remember the first time looking into the eye, in school. Like, with that. And I couldn't get over it. And I've never forgotten it. Okay? All I could think of, I was in Toronto. And all I could think of, the 401, they didn't have the 407. But the Don Valley parking lot and all the highways that I was used to driving in Toronto, I saw them in the back of the eye. Because it was all just blood vessels, okay? And they're going around each other, and I thought I was in Toronto. Okay? With all these highways. No, but you see the importance? What does sugar do? What's the first thing that sugar does left unattended in the blood? What does it do? The first thing that sugar does left unattended in your blood, it very rapid. It destroys you've got a little layer there. It's called the Teflon layer. Okay, it's like Teflon. The endothelial layer of your blood vessels. Okay? And sugar left unattended, when insulin's not doing its job, rapidly, guys, I'm telling you, rapidly, it starts to develop plaque and damage and scar tissue in those little blood vessels. It starts with the capillaries. Okay? You know how big a capillary is? Hold on. I don't have enough hair, but I just took one out. You can't even see it. Okay? It's there. That's how thin your capillaries are. Okay? That's how thin your capillaries are. Red blood cells. You know where red blood cells are, right? They carry your oxygen. They have hemoglobin. They do this to get through a capillary. They got to line up behind each other one by one. They can't go in there in bunches because they can't get through a capillary. They got to go like this. They squeeze themselves to get through a capillary. But damage, that's why, guys, sugar, listen, Linda. Why is sugar so toxic? Your body's smarter than we are. It says to sugar, you just ate a piece of bread. No, Dr. Martin, it was 12 grain. I don't care. It turned to sugar fast. And your insulin goes, you can't park. You're in a no parking zone. You're in a blood vessel. Come here. Get out. I gotta park you. Out. I don't care if you got, a disability sign. Okay. This is a no parking zone. That's how your body operates. Okay? I'm telling you. Okay, I get excited just thinking about how your body operates. But it can't stand sugar. Out. So why would you eat it? Okay? There you go. Pamela. Thanks, Brenda, for the question. Pamela, what causes high choline levels? Well, that high is a couple of things that could cause it, okay? Either your liver, usually if you have fatty liver, you don't have enough choline. But I've seen it rare where you have too much choline because you have fatty liver. Okay? I don't worry about it too much. I'll tell you why I don't worry about it too much, Pamela. It's because I rarely ever see it. It's usually the opposite. You don't get enough choline. And you may not have enough digestive enzymes secreting from your pancreas. Now, how do you get choline? From food. Okay? Number one source of choline. Choline, by the way, it's one of my favorite 5 C's in food. Okay? I like choline. I like carnitine. I love, what else do I love? CoQ10. Okay? Now, choline, the best source in the world is an egg. Okay? Why do you think I love eggs? And choline is a precursor to building acetylcholine in your brain. The neurotransmitters in your brain, the connecting, the nerves talking to each other, okay, in your brain, those synapses, you need choline for them, eggs. So, Pamela, you're weird. I say that teasingly. You know that, right? Because I honestly, I can't even remember the last time I ever seen high choline. But if you have it, it's because usually of your pancreatic enzymes, you're not secreting enough. Usually. And you're not breaking it down properly. Okay? And sometimes a little form of fatty liver. But if you're eating good, I wouldn't worry about it too much. Okay, Pam? Rita, what is Graves' eye disease? Well, Graves, okay, is an autoimmune thyroid problem. Okay? You can have Hashimoto's. You can have Graves. Graves can puff the around the eye so much that it looks like the eyeballs are coming out. They pop out. They're not really popping out. It's more the eye, the surrounding tissue. And that's an autoimmune disease. So I always recommend starting in the gut because that's where it starts. Okay? 20% of the conversion of T4 to T3 occurs in the gut. Usually I see fatty liver. They're eating too many carbohydrates. Okay? And they have an autoimmune malfunction of the thyroid gland. And so I can help that. And you start in the kitchen with the diet. Change the diet. Big time. No carbohydrates. Kelly. Oh, okay. And Kelly, you're asking about the DHA. And, okay, listen. On some of our products, this is a Health Canada thing. We had to change the label. We didn't change the product. I'm changing a few products right now. Formulas, okay? And it's been slow as molasses. And it's just trying to get the right ingredients in. That's one thing. But our DHA hasn't changed. It's the labeling that changed. They want Health Canada wants medicinal ingredients and non-medicinal ingredients. It's the rules. Don't ask me why. To me, it don't make any sense, but that's the rules, okay? And so the DHA, okay? Now I'm going to answer the second part of your question, because you're saying, well, the prices have gone up. Hey, listen, we tried to keep our prices down in spite of the prices of the, like, you got to understand something about high DHA oil, okay? Why is it go to Walmart, go to Costco, go to your health food store and try and find a product with as much DHA as we have in it? You're not going to find it. I'll tell you why. Because ours is a pharmaceutical grade. What's that mean? It is so specific and so refined to make that product. Okay? And at one time, they were talking about making it a prescription because it was so high in DHA. I don't know why, because it's completely safe. But anyway, all I'm saying is, look, we tried to hold the prices, but, you know, some of that is, you know, look at, see, I went to the grocery store yesterday. You come out with 2 little bags. Holy moly. It's unreal. I feel sorry for people, you know, that are not in my position. And they got a family and they got, oh my word. You know, I'm going to say one thing because I'm very controversial, but I don't care. I'm going to say it anyway. A lot of it is on purpose. Go behind the scenes and watch what they're doing. They want you to get away from animal products. And they are putting the prices through the roof. They're not giving the money to the farmers. It ain't the farmers' fault. But if you look, they want to get rid of meat. Bill Gates and his friends. I can't stand it. It's wrong. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to get political. I got to stop that. I'm going to get, my blood pressure is going up. Okay. Thanks for the question, Kelly. Judy, I'm curious to ask about the mitochondria and thyroid since we need energy. How is the mitochondria associated with this? Well, listen. Okay. The mitochondria is always associated because your mitochondria are everywhere. Every cell in your body has a mitochondria. Okay, except the red blood cells. Okay? Every cell in your body has mitochondria. They have battery packs. Your thyroid has battery packs. Okay? And I often don't talk about mitochondria in your thyroid, but I certainly talk about mitochondria in your brain. You got millions of mitochondria in your brain. Your heart, mitochondria. Okay? But mitochondria operate on what you feed it. Okay? Illustration. Go to the airport. Go to your local airport. Okay? You see a plane getting filled up with gas. Okay? Fuel. Are they using 87 octane that you put in your car? No, they're not. They're using jet fuel. There's a reason for that. And your mitochondria, guys, they'll only put out, the fuel they put out is called ATP. Okay? But just remember this. Whatever you feed your body, your mitochondria will take and produce ATP. Whether it's in your thyroid, whether it's in your heart, whether it's in your brain, wherever you have cells. Okay? That's how your body operates. So that's why, guys, I start in the kitchen, or someone said the grocery store. Choices you make. When you want to have jet fuel, well, then you better eat eggs, meat, and cheese. Not keto. Okay? Don't go to Costco or whatever and buy keto foods. Well, you can, but that's not going to give you a better ATP. Do you understand what I'm saying? It doesn't. I'm not into, I like ketosis because that's all that is your body's burning a better fuel. When you eat eggs, meat, and cheese, and you're not eating sugar, and you're eating very little carbohydrate, you're going to put out a very high ATP. Facts. Okay? That's a fact. And why do I like CoQ10? Because CoQ10 is, your body makes it, is very specific to your mitochondria. Okay? And somebody asked me the other day, and maybe I answered it on publicly and maybe I didn't. I don't remember. I'm pulling out my senior card. Okay? Well, we like ubiquinol, which is CoQ10, the one that you can absorb. Why do I like that? Because, what is it? 60% of the population are on a statin drug. You know what that does, a statin drug? 100%, every time. No exceptions. You know what a statin drug does? It destroys your CoQ10. It affects your mitochondria. Why do you think I scream so loud? And how do you get CoQ10 in food? Steak. Vitamin S. Eggs, meat, and cheese. Okay, it's only in the animal kingdom. So when they tell you not to eat the animal kingdom, they don't know what they're talking about. Okay. Thanks, Judy. Linda, what's the difference between GABA and pharma-GABA? Well, pharma is just a synthesis. Your body makes GABA. GABA calms you. Okay? GABA calms you. Okay? I need some GABA. Pharma-GABA is just when you have a supplement of GABA. Okay? On its own, I never thought it to be all that great. Put it in a combination of different things, and it's good for you. Okay? That's the difference, Linda. Are you the real Linda? Okay, Sandy. I do love meat, especially beef. But why can I not stand the smell of the pan that's been cooked in or baked afterwards? Sandy, because you're weird. Wonderfully weird? No, you're peculiar. Okay. Somebody said to me the other day, Dr. Martin, you need to be more woke. I said, I'm too old to be woke. I can't stand it. I'm only teasing though, Sandy, when I call you weird. I have no idea what that. I love steak, like you, and I love the smell of a cooked, I don't know if I ever smelt the pan afterwards. I love barbecue steak. I love steak. I don't care how you make it. Okay? But I don't know how to answer you, Sandy. Maybe somebody online can do it. I don't know. Susan, how do you know if you have a fat absorption problem? Susan, well, I guess one of the, a lot of people, by the way, as we get older, if you have acid reflux, okay, if you eat a steak and you're bloated after, you're probably, it's not a little bit absorption, but it's mostly because you're having trouble breaking it down. This is why, for me, and for thousands of my patients over the years, I used to give them digestive enzymes with lipase. You know what lipase is? It breaks down fat. So then you absorb it better. How do you know if you're not absorbing it? Well, if you've got any kind of digestive issue, you might see that you're not absorbing fat. You might not be absorbing vitamin D because you've got gut problems. Another reason, like vitamin D is a fat-soluble vitamin, okay? And so that's why in food, you get vitamin D, and you're not going to live on this, but you get vitamin D in the animal kingdom. When you eat eggs, meat, and cheese, you got vitamin D, okay? Not found anywhere else, by the way. You get it from the sun, you get it from food a little bit, like ask the Eskimo, the Inuit, and you get it from the sun. That's how you get vitamin D. And if you have trouble absorbing fat, you might not get that fat-soluble vitamin up. That's why we put vitamin K2 in there, okay, in our vitamin D. It's absorbed better. Plus, the K2 takes the calcium that's made from the vitamin D and takes it out of your bloodstream because it don't belong there either. It's like sugar. Calcium don't belong in your bloodstream. A little wee bit. It belongs in your bones. It belongs in your teeth. Okay? Good question. Thank you very much. Okay, let's go. Susan, Leslie, is it dangerous for my husband and I to do a fast for 16 and 17 hours every night? Absolutely not dangerous. It's absolutely good for you. That's the intermittent fasting that I like, okay, personally, because I preached this in my office for years. You got digestive trouble? You got a sluggish gallbladder? You know one way to fix it? Even stones, I found them can dissolve. If you don't eat at night. Stop. 6 o'clock. And then if you go to 6 in the morning, well, that's 12 hours. If you go till noon, that's 18 hours. And you're saying 16 or 17? No problem at all. It's good for you. It's good for you. If you want to eat at 8 o'clock, well, you've gone, 14 hours? And 14 hours is really the minimum for intermittent fasting. And, it's eating in windows so that you're not secreting insulin all day. That's why intermittent fasting, that's one of the things that's really good. And when your body is not secreting a lot of insulin, your body goes into autophagy. It's doing a self. Your body is a self-cleaning oven. How's that? I like that word better than autophagy, whatever you want to call it. Okay. Oh. Okay, Renee. I'm looking for any information on bradycardia. I heard it could be from the thyroid. Yes, it could be. Bradycardia or tachycardia. Okay, Brady is lower heart rhythm. Could be hypothyroid. Okay. It could be the thyroid, absolutely. Okay. But the thyroid, remember, Renee, has a lot of strings attached. So when I look at the thyroid, I look at ovaries, I look at insulin, I look at cortisol, I look at leaky gut, I look at fatty liver. All of those strings are attached to the thyroid gland. Okay? And the other thing is, okay, we talked about it earlier on the program, and that is magnesium. Okay? Because often I found, this is me, with any heart arrhythmia, okay, whether it's bradycardia or tachycardia or irregular, whatever, okay, this is what I found over the years. It happened to people who didn't, usually, okay, not always, They didn't eat enough meat. They were living on chicken and salad. Salad won't fix your heart. Salad doesn't have any CoQ10. Steak has CoQ10. Get your heart beating better with that. And magnesium. Okay? CoQ10. Because those little mitochondria in the heart, very important for that pump. Okay? Anyway, all of the above. Nez. How does intravenous vitamin C kill cancer cells? Well, okay, I like vitamin C, coffee. Okay, because that's the real vitamin C. And I'm not joking about that. I double down, I triple down. In my new book, Sun, Steak, and Steel, there's a whole chapter on coffee and the studies. Okay? Now we're talking about the other vitamin C, ascorbic acid. Okay? I like ascorbic acid, I do, in intravenous. So if you can find a doctor to give you an intravenous, if you get the diagnosis of the big C word, cancer, I like intravenous vitamin C. I do. Because that's the only time I really like it. I mean, I like it, but that's the only time I love it. Because it seems to do two things with cancer. Okay? Two things. It seems to, when you get it intravenously, it seems to build the immune system, your T cells, okay? It builds the immune system along with vitamin D, okay? And it also seems to shrink tumors, like high DHA shrinks tumors. So if you can use that and you can find a doctor, we used to work with an oncologist who loved intravenous vitamin C. He loved it. Gave it to his patients. And I liked it. Okay? I liked it. I like intravenous glutathione too. Okay? I'd put those two together for sure. Okay, but that's how it works. Okay? That's how it works. And last question from someone who won't give us their name, but that's all right. Dr. Martin's thought on the use of berberine. Well, look, I talked about this before. Instead of metformin, you know what's better than berberine? I know you're going to think I'm crazy. Coffee. I'm telling you. I've said this when I had a radio show over 20-something years ago. When I started on radio, I used to tell people, drink coffee with your meal. Why? Because it will help to regulate your blood sugar. It acts just like metformin. Berberine is good too, okay? I'm not against it. I'm not against it. But I like coffee better. Not only the taste of it, I mean functionally. And if you think I'm kidding, because sometimes I kid, I'm not kidding. I mean it. I mean it. And coffee's not acidic, okay? I hear that all the time. Coffee's acidic. Coffee's a diuretic. No, it ain't. You know, you drink too much, yeah, but it ain't, okay? Trust me on that. And for your tea drinkers, you tea drinkers out there, okay? I feel sorry for you. Okay, guys. Okay. I need to breathe. And thanks for all the questions, guys. You guys are wonderful. We really mean it. Don't be, and Gertie's saying, drink green tea. Why, Gertie, when you can drink coffee? No, green tea's good for you. I like that too. No, I don't. I don't like drinking it. Why would I drink it when I can drink a coffee? Okay? But it is good for you. We love you guys. We love you guys. I mentioned a new book. I'm going to have, hopefully next week, I'll have an announcement when it's coming, because it's coming to a theater near you. Finally. It's coming. Quickly now. Okay. Oh, okay. And somebody said they're confused. I don't know why. To me, I'm not confusing. Love you guys. We're on Monday. Talk to you soon.